Boom Pal Zap, and I'm going to add a toolbox to my Kubota tractor. Now this is the toolbox that comes with it. It fits in between the fenders. You can see little holes over there for it. But it doesn't fit with this seat here because I have a backhoe on mine. And this is a little tiny toolbox. So I'm going to use a military ammo can. This is a 50 caliber can, and I'm going to mount it up here to the ROPS. For this toolbox, I bought a kit on eBay. You can tell it's a pretty hefty piece of metal mount there. I come with all the brackets and hardware to mount it. I've got a 50 caliber toolbox or ammo box. I've got some primer and Kubota orange paint. Now the thing I did notice is I have this 50 caliber box, but in my own collection I have a bigger box here. It's marked with the M855. It's substantially larger, and I think I'm going to use this box instead of that one. As you can see, this box can basically fit down inside the other one. That's how big it is. So that's the one I'm going to use. I'm going to install this on the left side of my tractor. So what I'm going to do is drill some holes in here that equal up to this plate. And then I'll spray paint. I'll clean and spray paint the box. But I've got my drill here, and I'll do that without you having to watch the painstaking manual labor. And I put one bolt through on there, so I can line up the rest of them, and mark them, and drill them. I put the bolts in there to make sure I got them in the right spot. Last thing I want is a wonky plate. But it's on there pretty good. So now, clean and paint the box. I don't need the handle on this, so I'm going to just pry it off with some pliers here, and so I can make it easier to paint. I've washed them, and to get the moisture off of it, I sprayed it off with an air hose. You'd be surprised how much water is left on there after you wash it. But I'm going to put a coat of primer on there right now. Well, I just applied the last coat. I spent about 3 hours waiting on paint to dry, and I didn't wait long enough. So I've got orange hands a little bit. I got most of it off. But nice shiny coat of Kubota orange. If I can keep the bugs from landing on it. Well, the box turned out nice and orange. Bother with the inside. Well, I don't want any water getting in these, so I'm going to use hose washers in between. Hopefully it'll be enough room to get for as far as the length of the bolts are, which I think it'll be all right. And I got the bolts lined up on the outside. Don't forget to put these through first. Sucks to go back. Almost done. Tighten these down and we'll stick it onto the tractor. So here's the box all put together. Now when I bought this, I intended it to go right here. However, now that I'm looking at it, when I open up the top, it's not going to be able to open because of these bolts here, or these pins. So I'm gonna have to just find out a new place. I was thinking about right here. That would be out of range of my head when I'm sitting here. Might be a little in the area of hitting my head on it while I'm operating the backhoe. I imagine I'll be pushed forward some. But maybe I'm gonna go to the other side, because here's the other problem. it has wiring, and I don't want to squash the wiring with the tightening down these plates. So I'm probably going to try it on that side. So we'll see how it works out. I'm going to probably put it over there first. My problem fitting this toolbox to the ROPS is when you open up the top of the toolbox, it hits these, and I can't put it up here anymore because I have the cover. So what I'm going to do is, I got some PVC wood. I'm going to put it in as a spacer here and mount it underneath these as low down as I can get it, and then that should push it out far enough to where the top opens. I have it just sitting on there right now. I'm going to tighten it down, but switched it from this side to this side because this box opens from the front. You could, if I wanted to do the other way, I could just probably get a new box now, drill some new holes, switch it around, and it'll open from the top that way, which was ideal for me, but I intended it to go on that side first. So I'm dealing with what I got, so I'm going to finish it up and tighten it down. I have discovered that just one of these is not going to work because there's too much play, and you need 4 hands to get it to work. So I'm going to glue these to the plate so they stay in place while I secure them, and hopefully that'll work. I'll let that cure. All I needed to do is be firm enough on there so I don't have to hold it with my hand. I don't have 4 hands. I don't have a helper. In getting everything set up to put this thing on, the only place I've determined this can go, because I can't put it down here because of it being in the way of my seat. This is the only place. Can't put it over here because the box is going to open the opposite way of where I need it. The other side's got my wiring. So this is going to be the only place I can put it. And I'm going to try and get it up there now. And this is going to be my temporary toolbox until I get another one. I think I'm going to get the one from Deadcon that mounts around here somewhere. So, because I can't get in and out this side anyway, so might as well put a toolbox. I added more PVC pieces, and instead of trying to hold them on there, I went ahead and super glued them to the plate here, and that kept them in place. It makes it a lot easier to put these nuts in place and bolts in place. So I'll finish it up now. Finally, it's on there. You can see the PVC's giving a little bit, so I can tighten this up a little bit extra tighter than I could if it's just the metal. And it's in place, and it's not going anywhere. These things are good on there. I can open it up from the front. If I can get the paint still stuck on there. All right. There's my box. I didn't know it was going to be such a pain in the butt to get to. But now, while I'm on the tractor, I can get gloves and wrenches and other tools out of here. Boom Pals out. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. If you see anything that needs to be, I could have done better, or have any ideas that would make it easier, please let me know in the comments.